So, the first decision we really had to make is what kind of era Macho Man were we going to use? Because the way our game works, we obviously the big knock and still the knock is we don't have a creator wrestler, which we've done a few things to kind of help with that. We'll talk about it in a little bit, but we don't have a creator wrestler. So we really had to pick, all right, which era of Savage are we going to use? And really, it was more of a nostalgia thing for me. I went back to the original when he brought out all the different managers in the WWF ring, and they were all vying to see who would represent them. And then he brought out Miss Elizabeth, and that look that he had then is the one I wanted to go with. So it was that kind of WrestleMania 2 era when he first debuted in WWF. That was the one we wanted to go with. So we knew that. We started grabbing footage for the artists to go through. As far as just adding Macho Man and the additional DLC that we're adding to this, the way, unfortunately, our pipeline is each wrestler we add requires exponentially more sprites. So we have Macho Man has, eight or so brand new moves to the game. But we also have to animate the other 24 wrestlers that are in the game now to get hit with those moves, to take those moves. So we've gotten a little bit better about reusing certain sprites where we can, but just each character we add, unfortunately, a little bit of my short-sightedness. Remember, this was a passion project. I was hoping not to, take a bath in making and get out. I didn't think we'd get past 16 wrestlers. Initially we were advertising 8 to 16 wrestlers because I didn't know what I could afford to actually put in the game. But, we bit the bullet and did 16, and then we got up to 19. And the game was still selling, so we decided, a little while ago, let's go for a DLC and really try to pack it. And then we got, the rest of this DLC is really packed. There's no slouches in this DLC at all. Not that I think there's any slouches in RetroMania, but from a kind of a legendary wrestler look, we got some really heavy hitters in this DLC. So, it just kind of all came together. And Macho Man, it was important to me to get some of the moves right. And I would say the most complex thing I really wanted in the game is where Macho Man would run with somebody's head and kind of do a hangman over the top rope. And in a 2D world, it's a little bit more of a complicated move where you're going from in the ring to outside of the ring. But it came out awesome. It's probably my new favorite move in the game, possibly.